The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back at it again. This is The Local Show with Tom and Steve. Steve just having a blast at life and enjoying himself here. And
I love summer,
Tom making not enough money to
oh my
even pay for groceries.
You know,
so that's what
it's what happens when you live next to the Clampetts.
Yeah.
You know, you got to pay for those things, and people old enough to know the Clampetts are our listeners, pretty much. But you're
even the Clampetts had money.
I know. Well, you live next to the Clampetts. That's my point. You
and
live
across and around
and around.
Anyway, Julie LaFave is here with us right now. She's the director of the Great New York State Fair, and she's going to solve my problem by offering me a position. How much you paying the people to do the trash? I can do that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was thinking more like gate check.
Or gate check, even more simple.
One of those curmudgeonly guys that are like...
You want to drive the tram?
I'll drive the tram. Sure, I can do anything.
Well, do you know who drives the tram, Tom?
George, our friend George.
Lori, who pretty much runs everything, her husband is one of your illustrious tram drivers.
I don't think we have to fill many positions every year because those people come back every single year.
I don't want to do anything with too much responsibility because I'm not good at anything.
Bathroom monitor.
I'm good at that. That I could do.
That's pretty important when you got to go.
I can sit in the bathroom. But don't you have to clean? You got to clean those things. Yes. Very good. How many bathrooms do you have? Do you ever count the amount of bathrooms that you have?
You know what? Invite me back next year and I'll have that number. Challenge accepted.
Because I think there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
It is. I mean, we have so many permanent structures. I didn't know I'd be coming here talking about bathrooms, but but we have a lot of permanent. I mean, you don't have to walk far
to get to a bathroom.
Yeah,
which is important because when you think of the diversity of the fair, and you got people with families, you got little kids, big kids, older folks. Right now I'm considered an older folk.
There are secrets as to which are the best bathrooms too. By the way,
so you're gonna let the listeners know the secrets, or
it's Art and Home is one of the cleaner.
Yeah,
I mean they're all clean, but one of the not long lines for the Art and Home.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. It's like not a lot of people
especially
know
second
to go
floor.
there.
So the higher up you go, less lines.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
and Tom, you know why it's all neat and clean?
Why?
Because it's mostly women and guys. They go.
I haven't visited the men's room for comparison.
Right. Probably better off.
We were at a concert a few years ago at Miller Court. There we go. No, Cole Court. No, Chevy Court. What is it now?
Chevy Court.
Chevy Court. And there was like a rush to the bathrooms, and there were women using the men's room because they didn't want to stay in the line.
And
the guys were like, we don't go to the guys.
That happens.
But they were like young ladies running in there using the bathroom because they didn't want to stand in the line with the women.
Well, I don't know about you, Julie, but I'm just happy that there's no COVID crap or anything going on. That we could just have a normal fair.
I think we're going to have a big crowd.
Together. Yeah, it's going to be a big crowd.
Yeah,
right?
we had record sales for the Midway one-day sale.
Ooh, good.
It was Wade's biggest sale day of any fair that they do.
Yeah.
17,000 wristbands sold in a day.
Goodness gracious.
So if that's an indicator of what kind of crowds, I'd say we're out of COVID.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, but here comes the other question, and the big challenge for you and your team is how do you make that comfortable for people?
So this year, the concessions team, which is the team who places everybody, not just food concessions, but anybody. They activated spaces that we haven't had vendors in before. Even some vendors who had really long lines. Like, I don't know if you guys are of the Peachy's Donuts crowd.
No,
so
not that.
Tell us about it.
Peachy's Donuts, they make Peachy's Donuts and Peachy's soft pretzels, and their line is always really, really long. And it was right in the middle of the Midway. They asked to move. So we moved them to normally a slower spot of the fairgrounds.
Good job.
So we're stretching people out,
yeah.
But we anticipate the crowds will still go with them. I guarantee it will.
Yeah.
So then we put new vendors there, so they'll get new foot traffic. So more people, we've spread it out more so that everybody's not condensed into two or three areas.
It does feel like the experience. I mean, I've been going there since forever. When I was a kid. It always felt more crowded back then. And I know you have more crowds, but it doesn't feel more crowded. Does that make any sense at all?
We're really building out the west end of the fairgrounds right now. So there's new horse barns that we're finishing construction on right now in a sheep and wool center. So we're going to keep building things out west, whereas everything used to be by Chevy Court. So we're really stretching. We're making new areas for people to go to.
You mean where you stole my racetrack and took it down?
That area
had nothing to do with
it. So this is the area where there's room, because there was this glorious 1 mile dirt track that was just so retro and dirty and wonderful. And we get it. It took up a lot of room, of course. And the expo center is out there, and that's the area that has room, right?
Right, and now we have the Empire RV Park there, so we have 313 camping spots now there too.
So are they all people that are working at the fair?
It's about half and half. So you have to pay for 17 days. You can't do a few days here, a few days there. You pay for the whole 17 days, and half of it is about the vendors because they bring all their employees in, and then the other half are just avid fairgoers.
Oh,
That's
okay.
nice.
Okay. All right. So what's going on at the fair this year?
We have a great musical lineup. I don't know if everybody's been paying attention,
Nope.
but we're really diverse this year.
Yeah, so let us know. What is it?
So last year we added a Friday night show, which we've never had a third show at Chevy Court. It was DJ Swifty last year, and it did really well. So we decided, let's do Friday night shows again. So we have a Lady Gaga tribute on Pride Night.
Very nice.
And then we actually think it's going to be one of our biggest shows is we have a Friday night DJ Pauly D, you know, if you're into Jersey Shore.
Oh, yeah. I do know him.
Tom's the...
We think it's going to be huge.
Yeah, he's always in the promos and everything.
Yeah,
and
but so we have the country lineup, we have the rock, we have a little bit of everything, and I think we're going to have some pretty good crowds.
I think you need more classic rock because I'm old.
We got Skinnerd.
When did that happen?
We got Skinnerd coming.
There's
Are any of
Second
them
Thursday.
alive?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So the second Thursday, so the weekend before Memorial Day.
Yes.
Yes.
Thursday at Chevy Court.
Suburban Park.
So I always think Suburban Park is too small. Am I wrong?
You're opposite. Chevy Court is the 1 p.m. and 6 p.m., which has a smaller crowd size, and then we put what we think is going to be the bigger show of the day out at Suburban Park at 8 p.m.
So the Suburban Park is large. See, in my head, I haven't, because to me everything is at Chevy Court. So Leonard Skinner's going to be out there.
Yep.
So it's going to be a bunch of old people that look like Tom and I, go like, yeah, Freebird, woo, right?
There's an amp show across the street that day too. So if you're
really?
coming, come early.
What's that?
Oh, Tedeschi Trucks is playing across the street that night.
Okay.
So
I don't know them.
Is that a country?
yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't even
but come
know.
early for anybody who's going to come because we'd love to have you rocking out to Skinner.
How about some food vendors? Anybody new that...
Deep fried ribs this year. The viral Dubai chocolate that's been around TikTok for the last year.
Yes,
So we
I've
have a
heard
few
about
vendors
that.
doing that. And then we have new food coming in our cultural villages. But we also have new vendors, too, that we have. We have a tattoo bus.
A tattoo bus.
So-
Wait, this
you could
is
get-
real.
This is real.
Yeah,
You can come
drink,
get a tattoo.
Drink some beer, have some edibles, and go get a tattoo.
I'm not telling people how to have their hair.
That's just my guess. I don't know.
But no, I mean we also have some other. We have a new. It's called the Mobile Museum of Tolerance, and it's basically a museum on wheels that's going to be parked there the whole time and teaching people about tolerance and love, and pastimes that we've been through decades ago, and not to repeat history. But so we have a lot of really important exhibits that are going to be out there.
And of course, Maple, Tom. We'll talk about Maple after the break. So New York State Maple. I think the horticulture building is really cool. It feels like it did a long time ago, and there's agricultural stuff. They have the flower show. They have all those kinds of things. But we'll talk about that after the break.